It's time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online for all your web design needs at sonicwebstudios.com. The Mike Wagner Show brings you interesting people doing interesting things all across the globe. Now, let's get started on the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Right now, we have a gentleman who's been in a number of projects as in acting, movies, film, and even voiceover like Swans Crossing on the Hallmark Channel, Shameless, Growing Pains with Lindsay Lohan, Private Parts with Howard Stern, and CBS's Without a Trace, and many, many more. And this gentleman not only helps out with films, he also helps others, actors and actresses, and he'll tell you all about how to get into acting. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to bring on Mr. Barry Papick. Barry, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
How are you, Mike? It's great to hear you. Great to talk to you.
Oh, we're doing great too. So we're glad to have you on. And of course, you've been an accomplished actor for so many years and with so many films. And first of all, just wanted to say, with your so many years of experience, how did you get involved with acting from the beginning?
Well, it's pretty interesting. I was going to college in Washington, D.C., and this was 30 some odd years ago. And I was doing some acting in college, but I was a political science and an English major. So, I never really thought about acting full time. I never really even knew you could act full time. And then I met a couple other actors, and it was I was good friends with Alec Baldwin and good friends with a guy named David Harvey. And David was acting, and I said, I had no idea you could do this full time. And I went to New York. I moved to New York right after I graduated, and I met Lee Strasberg. And Lee changed my life. He took me under his wing, and I became an actor, and I've been an actor ever since.
That is fantastic too, and of course you also did some coaching as well too. We'll get to that, and of course some of the most known films you've been on. And first of all, just wanted to ask you, what is your most memorable project, your favorite film, and your favorite actor or actresses involving a project, and what is the most memorable you can tell story-wise about being one of the films? Your favorite story?
Absolutely. Well, I've done a bunch of films. I've acted with Al Pacino and Sean Connery. I've coached Dennis Quaid and Jamie Foxx, and so over the years, there's been so many actors and so many people that I've worked with, and I've been really blessed. I did a movie called Finding Forrester with Sean Connery, and that was really a blast. F. Murray Abraham was in it, and Anna Paquin. We had 3 Academy Award winners in the movie, and I was the OnSet coach, and I'm also in that movie. Also, I did a movie called Simone, which I just acted in with Al Pacino, and all my scenes were with Pacino, and I was really lucky. Pacino was fantastic, and it was a lot of fun. I did a movie called Express, where I was the OnSet coach with Dennis Quaid and Clancy Brown and Rob Brown, and that was fantastic. I'm really blessed that I just love actors, and I've been really lucky to work with actors, work with great actors over the years. We won an Academy Award. I worked with Jamie Foxx on Ray. I've worked with Alec Baldwin. I've worked with Claire Danes, Anna Paquin. So, I just love working with actors. It's been a lot of fun, and I've been really lucky to act with actors. I did a TV show called Swans Crossing. We did 65 episodes. Plus, I've guest starred on a lot of the shows out here, like Without a Trace and NYPD Blue. And working with Dennis Franz on NYPD Blue was an honor and really wonderful, a great guy. So to pick out one actor would be almost impossible, but to say that I've worked with some really wonderful people, is an understatement. And I've never worked coaching or acting with an actor that I didn't get along with. I've been very lucky.
That is amazing. And of course, you hear a lot about how people get on the site and fight and everything else. Now, you say you're an on-set coach. Now, do you basically step in if you find something is wrong with an actor or actress, or do they come to you if they need some help?
Well, and it matters the director. I've been really lucky that I've done a lot of films with Gus Van Sant. And with Gus, he really, you try it this way. And, what onset coaching really is secondary directing. I'm just working with the actors, giving them suggestions, sort of steering them towards the way that I feel that the movie should be going. And, I've been really lucky with that. We did the movie called Finding Forrester together, Gus Van Sant and myself, and we were blessed to have about a month and a half of rehearsal time beforehand with Sean Connery, F. Murray Abraham, Rob Brown. And, so it was really exceptional. And I was able to, just give suggestions. And, with each actor, every actor is different. So, you feel them out and you understand exactly how they want you to, to coach them. I did a film. I was the onset coach for a film called Labor Pains. I was also in the film. And, with Labor Pains with Lindsay Lohan, you understand that, it's different how you give adjustments to Lindsay to say how you give adjustments to a Sean Connery. And, with Sean, we spent a lot of time in his trailer just talking and really just, just taking our time and, just discussing the scenes and discussing how to approach those scenes.
And what's it like working with Lindsay Lohan overall in the movie?
Well, I love Lindsay. I thought she was terrific. She's a really talented girl, which a lot of people don't know, and a really talented girl. And, she was really accepting of my coaching, and also she was always on set at the and with her lines memorized. I mean, she was a true professional.
We'll be back with more after this on the Mike Wagner Show. Hey everyone, it's Mike Wagner from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like what we play, if you love great guests, and enjoy lots of fun, then how'd you like to be a sponsor of my show? We're looking for businesses to be part of the great show and a great way to let people know about what you do. If you're a singer, writer, actor, author, or an interesting person with a great product and looking for exposure, you've come to the right place. Call me or text at 701-301-7705 or email to mike@themikewagnershow.com and I'll get you set up with the right sponsor package. Don't delay. Do it today. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blows the competition away. Call today at 800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Now, back to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by sonicwebstudios.com. That is fantastic. And also in the movie Private Parts, what's it like working with Howard Stern?
Oh, that was a lot of fun. Now, I just acted in that film, but I was on the film for 3 months, and I was really lucky. I was hired for 2 weeks, and Ivan Reitman was my rabbi, so to speak, and he took me under his wing, and I ended up working for 3 months on the film. And it was myself and Howard and, everybody from his show, Jackie and Fred and Robin. And they really, treated me like I was on the show. And they treated me with respect, like I was a professional actor, which I was. And we had a blast. We did scenes with Jenna Jameson. I think it's maybe her only non-porn movie. And we just had a lot of fun. I played Phil, the audio engineer at NBC. And, it was just a blast, a lot of fun to work.
And of course, talking as well, too, since you're an acting coach, you have an acting school. Tell us more about that and how you function. Tell us more about
Absolutely.
your
school. I have one class a week, and I'm really blessed that I have a real good group of actors, very passionate about what they do. I have about 14 actors in my class. And, we do acting exercises and scene study. And the range of actors that I have in my class is really interesting. I have people in there who, I have one guy in that class who was in Full Metal Jacket and, has done a whole bunch of movies, a bunch of Spike Lee movies. And then I have people in the class that are really new, and they sort of learn from each other. And it's a great story. My actor who is in Full Metal Jacket, Kirk Taylor, who's a wonderful actor, he came to me about 12 years ago. I bumped into him in a credit union. And he said to me, I just don't know that I want to act anymore. I'm just not excited by it. So I said, come into my class for a little while and see if that helps you. And he ended up in my class for 10 years. And he's been working a lot lately. And, it's been really rewarding for me.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, let's say if I were to sign up for your class, and what do we do from there? Let's say if I sign up for your class, then what? Let's go through the process.
Absolutely. You sign up for my class, and I give you a scene partner, and I pick out a scene for you. Now, I always choose the scenes because I want to make sure that the scene that you're working on is a scene that's going to help you grow as an actor, not just a scene that you're excited by. I choose all the scenes, and I choose the scene partners. And the first thing you would do is a biography. You'd write a 3 or 4 page biography about the character from the time the character is born to the time the piece begins. And and you'd write it in first person, so the class can ask you questions in first person. So you start to get a feel of that character. And then we do what we call a private moment, which is trying to find the intimacy of the character. And then we explore the character more until after about 4 or 5 weeks, we do the scene, and you're ready to jump in and you really understand who this person is.
That is very exciting too. And then after you get done with the class, and then they go try to find some work, or do you have like a job placement or anything like that, or how do they go about after the class?
Oh, well, I don't, for me, the class is just about me teaching acting. As far as them getting work, that's up to them. They go out, I'll introduce them to some agents. Fortunately, because I've been in this town for a long time, I know a lot of agents and I know a lot of managers. So I'll introduce them to agents and managers, but it's their job to go out and get work. And most of them do. Most of them are, really committed to finding avenues for them to get work.
That is very exciting too. And of course, you've been a very accommodating person. And of course, you also set aside some time. And if a person wants more information, and how do they get a hold of you, and what's your website?
My website is barrypapick.com. Really easy to get to. My email is bpapick@aol.com, old school. And so I'm really easy to reach. I could be reached right through my email at bpapick@aol.com. And, that's the other thing that I really enjoy, with my class and with the people I coach, and I do a lot of private coaching, is, answering the questions that they have and, trying to help them, to advance not only as actors, but in the business. And, I'm open to answering, any questions. I had 2 young ladies over here yesterday who I've coached, and they had a bunch of questions. So they just wanted an hour of, me answering questions for them about the business and about acting. And that's what we did. So, I do that. I ask people to reach out to me, and, I'm here to answer their questions.
That is very interesting. And before we let you go, we know you're very busy. Tell us about your upcoming projects and what you're currently working on right now.
Oh, fantastic. I have a television show that's on this Saturday night on CBS at 8 o'clock. It's called Pink Collar Crimes, and I'm on that. And I have a film coming out called Nation's Fire with Bruce Dern and Gil Bellows, directed by the great Thomas Churchill. And that should be out by December. And then I'll probably, I'm working with Thomas Churchill on a couple other films that he's doing that I really can't talk much about, except for the fact that he's a wonderful writer-director, and I'm really lucky, to be working with him. I'm working on a webisode called Take Stock, which I'm excited about. I start shooting that in 2 weeks. And fortunately, I'm busy working, and I'm supposed to work with. I did a movie with a girl named Jane Spencer, a woman director, writer who was fantastic. I did a movie called Little Noises and a movie called Faces on Mars with her, and we're supposed to go to Norway in a couple months to do her next film, and I'm really excited about that. I've been really lucky that most directors that I've worked with in the past have hired me again and again. So I have a real just a group of directors that I like to work with, that we know each other's language and we work with each other a lot.
That is fantastic. Thank you very much, Barry, and look forward to having you on again soon, and keep us updated to what's going on. We'd love to hear what's next from you.
Absolutely, Mike. This was really a lot of fun, and everybody watch Pink Collar Crimes this Saturday night. It's a really good show, and basically the whole episode is myself and a woman, Grace, who plays my partner. So enjoy that, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, and we look forward to it. Thanks again, Barry.
Thank you, Mike.
You've been listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios at themikewagnershow.com. Visit sonicwebstudios.com today for all your web design needs. If you would like to be a sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, call or text at 701-301-7705 or email to mike@themikewagnershow.com. If you're a listener and would like to support our program, visit themikewagnershow.com and click on the support button and donate today. Thanks for listening, and tune in again next time on The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com.